Hello everybody, my name is Michał and welcome to a guide on the card Geralt Aard. This is a very powerful gold card that can be spawned on the melee or range row. Since it only costs 200 scrap to craft, which is the cheapest for a gold card, it's quite easy to get. Geralt Aard has 6 strength and it moves all non-gold units on the opposite row 1 row back and then removes 1 strength from all moved units. While 6 strength is for a gold card not that much, the ability is what makes this card very interesting. Just by itself, the effect is limited. The most damage you can make without combining Aard with another card is by using it against foglets who get destroyed when they are moved outside of the fog. You can also do some damage if you use it against a row where your opponent has a lot of low strength beatable units. But combining Aard with other cards is what makes this Aard powerful. The most common way to play Aard is in combination with fog and rain. Let's take this example. My opponent has 4 cards on the melee range. 3 bronze and 1 gold. I play Geralt Aard on the melee row and this pushes the 3 bronze card back to the range row. Since there is fog on the range row, the 3 field medics strength is set back to 1 and then Aard removes 1 strength away from the pushback field medics and destroys them. With this move, I increased my overall strength by 6 and reduced my opponent's strength by 9. Please note that Geralt Aard didn't push back the gold card Vernon Roach, since it pushes only gold and silver cards back. You also need to remember that Aard first pushes back 1 row and then reduces the strength by 1. So if you are facing your opponent's units that have all their strength lowered by weather to 1, playing Aard and pushing your opponent's units out of the weather will be a big mistake. First, the units will be reset to their base strength since they're out of weather, and only then will Aard remove 1 strength. So in the end, such a move will only help your opponent. While some units are immune to weather, most are immune to only 1 weather effect, the one specific for the row they can be spawned on. So in this example, my opponent has 5 non-gold units on the melee row which are all immune to frost, but they aren't immune to fog. So once they are pushed back by Aard to the range row, their strength is reduced by fog to 1 and then they are killed off by Aard, which after pushing back removes 1 strength. This can be do some serious damage. In this example, I lost 31 strength from my opponent's Aard. In this example, my opponent's strength is reduced by 70. But be careful. Most of the times you do not want to wait with Aard for the perfect opportunity. In this game I had Geralt Aard from the beginning, but I waited for the perfect opportunity that would have allowed me to kill many units at once, which never came. In the end, as a last card without any combo, Aard by itself will not help me much. So many times it's better to play it safe. In this example, I'm killing off units that are already weakened by weather. Why would you do that? Well, first, he might play Clear Skies, and since I do not have another weather card, once all weather effects are removed, Aard won't be much of help. Second, he can use his leader's ability and convert all the units in the range row to gold. That will increase their strength, and additionally his 6 reinforced ballistas will do 1 damage to my units for each unit that he converted to gold. Besides weather, there is another way how to combo Aard quite good. This is with the Dol Bathanna Trapper from the Skytel faction. This trap will reduce all non-gold unit strength by 5 whenever a non-gold unit appears on the row. So first place the trap in the row behind the row on which your opponent's units are and then play Aard. The unit will be pushed back and the trap will be activated. So you will do 5 damage from the trap and 1 damage from Aard to every unit that got pushed back. If there's are other non-gold units on the row where the trap is, they will also be damaged by the trap once the trap is activated. This allows you also to damage units on the siege row. Normally, units on the siege row are safe from Aard, since Aard can only push back one of the first two rows. So, when your opponent starts spawning units on the siege row, place a trap on the siege row. He will probably expect this to be the Dol Bathanna Trapper, and stop spawning non-gold units there and start spawning units on the other two rows. Once he spawned some range row unit, you can play Aard, which will basically allow the trap to damage units from two rows. The Skyhotel faction can also combo Aard with Geralt, who will spawn fog and rain only on the opposite row. My opponent play here first Aard and then Geralt. In my opinion, in 95% of the situations, it's better to play the card with the weather effect first and then play Aard. Playing Aard first won't kill the enemy unit, which is in most situations that's what you want to do. In the end, some tips on how to play against Aard. First, think what are the chances that your opponent has Geralt Aard in his deck. If he plays a lot of weather effects or uses a Dol Bathanna Trapper, the chances are high that he has Aard. You can do multiple of things. First, spawn units in this siege row, where they are safe from Aard. If your siege row gets a trap, start spawning non-gold units on the melee row. This way he cannot push any unit into the siege row and activate the trap. Second, try not to put all your non-gold units in the melee or range row in one round. Third, clear the fog and rain weather effects right away. Fourth, if you are playing Northern Realms, try to convert your units into gold river sooner than later. I hope this has been helpful. I might do guides on other interesting Gwent cards, so if you have any wishes, please let me know in the comment section. Thank you for watching, please subscribe and check out my other Witcher 3 videos. Chance of an instant kill, which you can see here. Another way to use the free adrenaline points is for Rend, the alternative attack that you can perform while holding the strong attack button.